the African Promised Land. From the window of the high-speed train that connects Cape Town to Tunis, you can see the wonders of the richest continent on Earth, which is powering the global economy. You immediately pass the best universities in the world, where the global elite compete to send their children. Passing through Zimbabwe, the vast acres of fertile farmland that are the breadbasket of the Southern Hemisphere are breathtaking. As you travel through the Congo, the machinery of the nationalized mining industry marks the horizon. Lagos greets you with the warmest of welcomes, a bustling metropolis that knows no poverty. As you cross the Sahara Desert, you cannot take your eyes off the vast expanse of solar panels that blanket the terrain. In Tunis, you arrive at one of the busiest border control checkpoints in the world, as thousands of people each day try to migrate into Africa for work and opportunity. The contrast of your journey could not be starker. You have just covered thousands of miles without a passport. Colonial borders were long ago abandoned, and the continent is unified into a shared economic and political vision. All of this is only possible because Africa is able to control her resources free from the interference of the West, whose role was to impoverish and underdevelop the continent, first through slavery, then colonialism, and finally unfair trade practices. Corrupt, puppet African leaders who siphoned off wealth in offshore banks and spent lavishly in European department stores were deposed, and governments made accountable to the people. Rejecting Western development aid meant being free from the despotic economic control of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. No more debt repayments, forced austerity, or flooding of African markets with Western produce. Africa never needed Western pity, or foreign charities being paid to build wells, send blankets, or provide malaria relief. Donating a tiny fraction of the money exploited from the continent may have eased collective Western guilt, but it did nothing to change the fact that the West was the problem in Africa. It was only by removing the claws that dug so deep and extracted so much for centuries that Africa could prosper. Memories of a time where millions of children died each year because of poor access to food feel like a distant nightmare. Monuments to those who lost their lives crossing the Sahara Desert or drowning on makeshift boats in the Mediterranean are the only reminder of the devastating poverty that plagued the continent and caused so many to flee. Instead, Africa offers an escape to those in the diaspora, trapped in the West facing racism, poverty, and criminal injustice. They are invited to complete the historical circle and return to the African Promised Land.